Well, I approve of this. And that's what it's really about. I was going to zoom off to the only faster upload library, but just popping down for a walk. Well, if there's nobody here, I'm just going to enjoy this space as my own space. Nimble. Plan A, B and C, but also have in the back of your mind, what's the kind of deadline on something? I was setting myself a deadline of, right, get any bits and bobs of film put up finally today. And tomorrow, I know it's very, very windy, so that's not going to be a nice day for walking. It doesn't matter if they're not put up until tomorrow. There's no deadline on anything. Except desk must be cleared today. That's it, but I can do that this evening. Right, that sounds so waffly and... Even though so I asked the only person I trust, do you think there are things you can't say in the workplace, the institutions, today that you could have 20 years ago? And she kind of said, not really. Okay, fine, I trust her. You see, what is writing and communication and sending out? I know D.H. Lawrence used to just write great things as they are. And H.E. Bates as well. In fact, H.E. Bates, better example. There's too much kind of your weirdo British... not sure about D.H. Lawrence, H.E. Bates used to just write things as they are, but there was always in the background just a little lamenting. I mean, Love for Lydia is the perfect example. He doesn't tell you what to think, but he sets out these people... Blackie, I think it was, Lydia. It might have been nicer somehow. See, that's what it's about. They had a kind of slightly over the line range of behaviours, which was not over any line. There was no moral judgment, but Bates himself, as the commentator through the character of whatever the character was, he wasn't bourgeois. He wasn't judging these people. He was relating their lives and kind of lamenting, but they should have been allowed in society by this thing that quashes the spirit. They should have been celebrated for the great things about them. I don't know, I'm waffling. And this bourgeois constriction just doesn't allow that. And the bourgeois constriction is in those who, they'll spout Alexei Sayle, they'll spout this, they'll spout that. But they are, even if you can't say that word policing isn't real, it's just made up, or rather entirely exaggerated by the likes of all the supposedly thoughtful podcasters. You see, there is a fundamental. There is it's good to find an absolute. The stuckness in the bourgeoisie is what doesn't allow them to say, well, so what if I've got, I mean, these are so old, so what if I've got a worn out bit on my trousers in a rude place? So what if? And you cannot be more clear. The oceans, the beaches. Who was I telling this morning? Oh yeah, I was telling the great guy. I'm amazed at that guy. I was telling him, and he'd heard of Roger. I was telling him, I was really shocked. I was really shocked, actually. I've judged somebody. That's the wrong way of putting it. Nobody had found the way of allowing him to bring out his true personality, which is nothing special about me. But yeah, I was telling this chappie, and he was like, but I made sure 3 or 4 others could hear. Yeah, Roger's bees now, with the pollen, they're bringing in microplastic. For that to stop, for that to start to be addressed. And I mean, this is the problem. Your political industrial class, the educated class, the Cambridge Oxford class, and I've known them, I know what they're like. They're going to be sitting there basically putting out through the policy directives, or rather feeding in through the think tanks. We're going to find some super high tech. We're going to find, well, I was listening to something, was it this morning or the night or morning before? There's going to be a virus that can eat and clean all the plastic. Yeah? You're going to release across the world what's the exact word? An actual biological being, agent. No, it's not quite the word. You're going to release something into the environment with enough power to sweep across the globe and eat up all the microplastic that's everywhere, not just in the sea. In fact, it's bad to come to the sea and talk about microplastic, because the bee man explaining how there's microplastic everywhere. It's not trace, it's just more and more. It is a constituent of the atmosphere. So to highlight where it's worse, the sea, is not good, because this is the bit that matters. Human beings could stop eating fish tomorrow, and okay, may have some teething troubles to say the least, but eventually all human beings on the planet can adapt, can be somehow or other provided with a non-fish based diet. Blah blah blah, I'm waffling, blah, but the point being, yeah, if you've got nothing to die for, what are you even alive for? I only discovered that about 6 months ago. But the point being, even if you're putting out some material, some writing, or even a poem, having a little bit of it's terribly important. I let go a few years ago of agenda. I knew there's no point. But if you let go of agenda, then a freer version of, but what really matters? What's an absolute? Should there be a little absolute behind anything that I create? What is it? Yeah, what is it? The speech being suppressed thing, I'm not sure. I'm not sure across the board. I'm not sure. But speech being suppressed in respect of, we've got to fucking well. If you'd have said to me, I had a bath there this morning. If you'd have said to me 15 years ago, you will be quite happy and even forget the fact that you only have a bath once a week, I would have said, it'd be ridiculous. I mean, a bath or a shower or anything. I've never used any facilities. Yeah, if you'd have said that, 2.5 years, I've used once somebody's facilities when I had to stay there 3 or 4 nights to bloody well try and rescue her. Well, her healer and shaman and con job, massive operation. But keeping away from the what sounds extreme, I mean, it's quite possible to pull water out of there. You can have a shower in a 10-litre bucket. I could use my gas cooker now to heat that warm enough to 40 degrees, 30 degrees. It would be warm enough. Okay, I'd use half a can of gas. Half a can, a small economy can, which would be £2. No, not £2, what am I talking about? £1.25. Yeah, for £1.25, I could have a bucket of hot water, warm enough water, such that I could shower using a pan and using soap here. No problem whatsoever. I've done it many times, where I used to live in the past. Once in a camp for 3.5 years by myself, totally off-grid. Yeah, it would be completely possible. But yeah, that's the thing. It's like, if you'd have said to me 15 years ago, you'll be... I mean, I haven't even thought about it. In fact, I was thinking yesterday, it's like, hang on a minute. I feel like I only had a bath a few days ago, but bloody hell, it's a week. It's a week today. It's exactly a week, yes. I had a bath on Valentine's morning. So is that a week ago? It's the 21st today. Yes, yeah, there you go. It's a week. Well, I hadn't even thought about it. Well, I know I don't overly smell every couple of days with one of those. Good rub around under the arms. No big deal. There we go. But that's what we need proper freedom of speech for, in that area of, hey, what people call it's not the revolting, it's disgust. It's that area of disgust. Like, oh, that's disgusting, or I feel disgusting, or I will feel disgusting. That's what we need. That's what we must have, as much across the board freedom of speech on that subject, because only by really changing our habits can we keep the pollution either in the water or in the sky down. That's the only way it's going to happen. Big time, quickly. So that's an absolute in respect of freedom of speech.